How can you sleep at night to prevent back pain? Now, for executive mums, the daily grind of meetings and travel and family life can be quite physically taxing. Now, this often results in back pain, and that can make a good night's dream seem like a uh, distant imagination, or really like a distant dream. Now, but there are mums who have a lot of sleepless nights because of n number of reasons. But have you ever thought of how you're sleeping at night? What is your nighttime routine like before you get into the bed or while you are getting into the bed? And how can this actually help to prevent your back pain or reduce your back pain if you already have that problem? So, in today's video, let's talk about some effective strategies to optimize your nighttime routine so that you can wake up fresh and energized and ready to tackle the day. Now, if before we get into the topic for today, if you haven't met me before, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck and nerve pain. I do this by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain journey. And I do all of this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people, right? Okay, so without taking away more of your time, let's get into nighttime routines. How can you sleep at night to prevent back pain? And of course, if you already have back pain, then how can you manage or reduce this back pain so that you can get a good night's sleep? So, the very first thing is you might say that, okay, before I get into what I'm going to say in this video, you might say, hey, I know what my nighttime routine should be like. Or why should I actually have a good nighttime routine? Just go hit the bed and that's it. Now, as moms, we know the importance of nighttime routines for our little ones. The same is applicable to us. The more relaxed and stress free or in a better mood that you go into the bed, the better your nighttime sleep will be, the better mood you will wake up in, right? So, what can you do? So, there are two elements to this. One is before you go to sleep, what are you doing to reduce the stress, mental and physical, in your life? And when you are sleeping at that time, what is your sleeping position or your posture like? I have spoken about sleeping postures before, and I will probably be repeating myself a little bit in this video. However, if you are interested in going into the details of how to maintain a good sleeping posture or how to achieve a good sleeping posture, you can have a look at my YouTube channel or just go to YouTube, type my name, Swati Prakash, Sleeping Posture, and those videos will come up for you. All right, so the very first thing is what should you not do? So, when you're sleeping, let's talk about sleeping posture first. So, when you're sleeping, do not sleep on your stomach. The reason is we understand that when we sleep on our stomach, our head is turned to either side, so your neck is not in a comfortable position. However, how does it work with your lumbar spine or your back? When you're sleeping, your lumbar spine, because we all have this natural curve in our lower back, the lumbar curve is basically this is your back of the body and this is the front of the body. So it is concave at the back here, so convex in the front. Anyway, so what happens is when you're lying on your stomach, this curve gets exaggerated. So instead of, say, being in a normal shape like this, it'll get exaggerated. Basically, it'll put your lumbar area into a more stressful position or in a more stressed out position for those nerves, ligaments, muscles, the bone, the disc, every structure that is present in your lumbar spine that'll be more stressed when you are lying on your stomach. Now, when you are lying on your tummy for, say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or when you're going for a massage just for an hour or so, that's fine. But you are talking about a nighttime sleep of 5, 6, 8 hours. So that is a lot of stress that builds up on your lower back. So try not to sleep on your stomach. And of course, it helps with preventing neck pain as well. All right. So, how should you sleep? Now, if you are a person who sleeps on your back, try and put a pillow or a bolster, or probably if you have thin pillows, then a couple of pillows under your knees so that your knees are bent. What this does is, again, that curve of the lumbar spine that we were talking about, it helps to flatten the curve. Now, what is happening is when you are lying down in bed, suppose this is your bed and then you're lying down, this is your lumbar curve that we just spoke about, right? So do you see how the top and the bottom of the lumbar curve is being supported by the bed? However, these muscles that are sitting in the deepest part of the curve or deeper part of the curves are not being supported. When you put your knees in a bent position, try it out tonight if you want to, you will realize that your back gets flattened onto the bed. So these muscles are not left suspended without any support for, again, that 5 or 8 hours of sleep that you have at night. So that is one thing. If you are a side sleeper, try and put a pillow in between your knees, because if you say when you're lying down, lie down on your back and bend your knees, you will see how your thigh bones or your thighs basically go towards each other, so they don't sit parallel to each other. However, you have the pelvis, the area that joins your lower back and your legs or your thighs, and sorry, not legs but the thighs, the upper part of the thighs, that's your pelvis. It's like a bony ring around your waist. So the pelvis is sitting in such a way that when your thigh bones are parallel to each other, they are in a neutral position, right? So obviously neutral is a happy position for your body and your joints. So if you have a pillow that you put in between your thigh bones, your hip, pelvis, lower back has got the least amount of stress in it when you're in a side lying position. So again, if you want more details on this, you can of course watch my videos on sleeping posture. If you can't find them, let me know, I'll send them to you. All right, so this was about your sleeping posture. There's much more in this, however, for the sake of this video, I'll just keep it short to these 2 points. Now, what else can you do when you have stress, physical or mental? Physical, of course, will manifest as pain, and that is normal, common sense. We all understand that. Whenever you're mentally stressed, you tend to hold your body in a very tight position, or when people are angry, they will, oops, what on earth was that? We have a celebration here. All right, we just ignore that. So whenever you are very angry, so what happens? Your body's all stressed, right? So you see that stress building up on my cervical spine, my shoulder, and that actually translate down into your lower back. We hold the whole body stiff. So in order to release that mental stress, you can go for a number of things. You can try meditation. You could try some breathing techniques, also called the pranayam. You could do a few deep breaths. You could, there's lots and lots of apps out there. I'm not going to tell you which one in specific, but there is one kind of breathing that I wanted to talk about, which is called the square breathing or a box breathing, which is very simple. So if I take these post-it notes, so imagine a square or a box. So what you do is you breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, again hold for a count of 4. If this is difficult for you to start off with, you could just do breathe in, breathe out. So breathe in 4, breathe out 4. So breathe in 4. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To try that out, you could just start with the breathing in, out for the counts of 4, 4, 4, 4. And as you get better, you could do breathe in 4, hold 4, breathe out 4, and hold 4 again. This is a very old technique. This is not something that I have invented. This is called box breathing or square breathing. It's been around for ages. And there is a reason why it's been around for that long. It really works very well. You could also use some essential oils or aromatherapy to help you relax. I have used it myself. I've been using it for me and my family for years now, over a decade, and it works very well. If you want to know which oils I use, because if you're going to put anything on your body, it has to be high quality, and you don't want to just buy it off the shelves because those have a lot of synthetic chemicals mixed in it. So it might not do as much good as it will do harm. But anyway, that's a soapbox for another day, so I'll not get into that. If you want to know which ones I use, I will leave a link in the description of this video. It will go to a blog that has all the details. Also, There are a couple of other points that I want to address. However, because we are already short on time, I don't want this video to be too long. You can have a look at that blog that I just spoke about. I will leave a link in the description. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link will be in my bio, or you can message me and I'll send it to you. And that blog has a lot of other useful information in there. It also has a free guide for you, which talks about how can you maintain your a good posture when you're sleeping. It has a video on if you are a tummy sleeper, how do you transition to side sleeping or sleeping on your back, which I found very useful because I used to be one of those who used to sleep on their stomach. So yeah, so that have a look at that blog. I think you'll find it helpful. And that's it for today. If you have any questions, any comments, please drop them in the comments below and I will address them for you. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.